welcome to Tales from the Tips. I'm DA alongside 15-year Tour Caddy Mick Middlemo. We're just a couple guys that love to talk about the game of golf, both inside and outside the ropes, but we come at it from a different perspective. Mick?
Sure.
Guess who's back? Back again.
No, that's singing. Anthony Kim.
Anthony Kim. Wrong answer.
Oh, was it? But he's back. Who's back?
Tiger's back.
No, he's not.
What?
He's not.
What do you mean?
He hasn't committed yet.
That's right. He's going to tee it up in August, in Augusta, or April.
In August.
Yeah, maybe April.
How many beers have you had?
Yeah, a couple too many.
It'll be April.
It will be April.
In August. He hasn't committed yet.
He gave a very resounding no with a smile that he didn't rule it out.
Yeah, of course he's not. Of course he's going to play. It's Augusta.
It's Augusta. Guess who else is back?
Anthony Kim.
No.
Okay.
Justin Thomas returns.
Oh, the God. The love child.
JT is back.
His love child is back in business.
That's right. He'll tee it up Monday night at the TGL event representing
it up.
The Atlanta Drive.
Is that why you wore it today?
No, actually, I just wore it because it's 75 degrees in
79.
Okay. Weatherman Mick now, all of a sudden, the caddy has come out with his
26 Celsius.
Yeah. Guess who else is back?
Anthony Kim.
Anthony Kim wins in Australia. You got it right. Did you watch any of the live?
Damn straight I did.
I bet you did.
In Australia, 120,000 people through the gates. Impressive, big crowds.
Those
fans
love our sports. Showed up.
We love our sports down there and down under-ish. And and Anthony Kim, impressive.
So I'm going to ask you to think about this.
Ooh.
You ready? What are some of the greatest sports comebacks, and where does this one rank?
Sports comeback?
Yes, think about it. Marinate on that. Grab that Ultra, enjoy.
You haven't. You didn't really give me a heads up on that one.
Well, nope.
There's like teams or teams or individuals.
Well, it's up to your discretion. You're the caddy. I'm asking you to pull a club.
Okay, all right, go on.
We're going to discuss the Genesis. We'll give our picks. You can see it on the background right now, or there's a commercial at least, for those that are watching.
Mm-hmm.
I know you have a lot of thoughts on the Riv.
Yeah, I do.
So we'll talk about that. And
yes, sir.
We are finally going to talk a little Olympics. Who knew Australia was such a powerhouse in snowboarding and skiing?
Yeah, up until yesterday, we had the same amount of gold medals as Canada.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what beach do they train on?
I think they spend a lot of time in Colorado practicing.
Well, actually, I have something else for you on that. So take a moment, regroup.
Mm-hmm.
I see you're doing your research over there.
Research.
Take a sip of your drink and let's grip it and rip it. Okay. Segment 1. Pebble Beach. Mick, how much of Pebble Beach did you have a chance to watch?
I actually watched quite a lot of it.
Fantastic golf.
It was awesome golf. Watching Scotty Scheffler on Sunday had 3 eagles and probably could have shot 59.
So
he had 59 by the
ears.
Tail. Yeah, by the tail.
He had something. He was on fire.
Yeah, and missed a lot of short putts.
Let me ask you this. Now, I know that this isn't factual, but do you think he's just bored and he's just playing with himself just to see if how far he can be to catch up?
No.
Because it looks like it's a game for him.
No, definitely not. No, I think he would rue the start he's had the last 2 events because he probably should have won Pebble and Waste Management after some poor starts. But it just goes to show you the resolve of the man to go out there and go, okay, now we're getting after it. Here's another gear. When you go, let's go after it. And Tiger was very much the same, in the same boat. If you got off to a bad start, then it makes for great watching. It actually makes for great TV watching. Watching that on Sunday was fun to watch.
Well, it was. I was doing some stuff around the house, and I was going to turn it on as the network broadcast came on, and I got an alert from my PGA Tour app that said Scotty's on fire. And I instantly had to go find out what was Scotty on fire doing.
So you stopped doing your chores?
I did. My honey-do list got dropped. I went and took care of watching Scotty make a almost miraculous comeback. I think he just ran out of holes. At that
He
point.
had chances. The fourth hole was a very bad miss putt. Very short par 4 up the hill. And he'd already started birdie, eagle, birdie. And he'd hit it to like 5 feet there, and then he missed it. And I thought that was the one that was like, ooh, that's gonna leave a mark.
That could.
And then on the 12th hole, par 3, when he nailed it over the back, and I was actually watching it with friends, and I went, "Whatever you do, don't go over the back of this green. This green is hard to hit." And he hit a frozen rope in there, and I'm like, "Well, that's ball's coming in too hot."
And it did. You got to get.
Could hit the moon ball. Hit the moon ball.
A little more.
I'm sure he knows that, but he probably struck it about as well as he could have struck it, and yeah,
he pured it.
It's a hard green to stop it
on. That means he's actually human and not a robot.
Yes, but it was impressive to watch.
It was impressive to watch. I'm going to ask you this question, Mick.
Mm-hmm.
In your 15 years out on tour, did you ever carry 4? Or were you in a group where a player had 3 eagles in one round?
Yes.
I was not expecting a yes out of that.
Yes.
Was that you?
No.
With Greg?
No. It was in a, I can't remember the kid's name now. Now, this is back in Australia, and I do believe it might have been a Wynnum Golf Club in Australia. And I'm trying to think, Adam Corford was the guy I used to caddy for. And Kyle Woodbine was the player in our group. He had 3 eagles in a row.
What?
He had 3 eagles in a row. Now, it was a shotgun start. It was a pro-am. He was a pro. Kyle had played in the Australian Open, Australian PGAs. He was a tour player. Very, very, very solid player. But then he, obviously knew he was going to make it, got into real estate. Really good guy, went to his wedding. Fantastic guy. Had 3 eagles in a row. One was a par 4, where he drove it on the green and 2-putted. One was a par 5 where he knocked it on the green in 2 and holed it for eagle. And the next one he holed from the fairway. He had 3 eagles in a row on a par 4.
Wow. That's impressive.
It was very impressive indeed.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen 3 eagles in a round. Even on video games.
Yeah, there was one last year on the DP World Tour. Can't remember who it was. Again, it's one of those YouTube things, when you're laying at night, when you've had a few beers and you've got one eye closed and you're looking at golf stuff. I can't remember who that was either.
Well, we can look that up.
Yeah, we can. It was a Korean player. I do remember Colin, but he also had 3 eagles.
So I'm going to ask you this. So Colin Morikawa wins, ends a 28-month drought of winning.
28-month drought. That's good.
What's better than saying, over 2 years?
Ugh. I actually had some Twitter fights with some people this week about that.
So I was going to ask you about this because you and I have had this discussion. How tough is it to win on the PGA Tour, Mick?
It's very, very tough to win on the PGA Tour, DA.
Even at a player of Colin's level.
Yes. But there are stats there are things I don't like in this world where someone goes 110%, or I watch the tape or things like that. There are things that just irk my skin.
Right.
Another one is when they say it's been 5,716 days since Anthony Kim won a tour event.
Well, he still hasn't won a tour event.
Oh, whatever. Like since he won or whatever, Colin Morikawa,
right.
Whatever. Well, let me explain something to you cretins out there who say that. They don't play golf 5,700 days in a row. How many events has he had in that meantime? Now, he hasn't won in, say, 35, 45, 50 events. Fine, say that. But don't tell me it's days because you don't play 5,000 days in a row. That's a bad stat. Don't like it. Move on. And I had some huge arguments on the Facebook and the Twitter this week with me going, that's the dumbest stat in the world. And going, what does it mean? Well, how do you know? I'm like, well, I know a little bit, and I also know Anthony Kim. because we'll get into that.
Yeah, we are definitely going to talk about Anthony and his.
But don't come up with those stats. It's been that many days because you don't play that many days in a row.
That is true. It would be nice to play that many days in a row.
It'd be amazing.
It'd be very sore.
Yeah,
I don't think you and I would be able to walk. Let me ask you this question. Because Anthony had a long wait on 18.
Mm-hmm.
Over 20 minutes on the 18th fairway. Let me ask you this. Have you had a situation when one of your players had to wait, or what is it like? What does the stress level become when you are in a situation where you are having multiple rulings and you know your player's getting anxious, but also the other player that's waiting to play is getting anxious?
Well, this is a really good question, which I can answer.
Well,
let me go back to the Australian Open when I caddied for Adam Crawford. This was at Victoria Golf Club. Adam was playing great golf. We had people in the group with us, and I think Wayne Smith might have been one of them. We were starting off in like 10th or 11th position, and he just got on a tear on the front nine, like 5-6 birdies and stuff like that. Now we're tied for the lead coming to the 13th hole. There's a fella in front of us by the name of Robert Allenby. Familiar to me. Hits it. He had hit it into the trees at Victoria, and he's waiting for a ruling. He cannot. There is zero chance of him getting the ball out of where he is, but he's suggesting that he can't play his shot because the scoreboard was 100 yards ahead of him. Now, the scoreboard was technically maybe in his line, but he would have had to go through 700 trees to hit that scoreboard. Well, he wanted line of sight from the scoreboard from his position. First ruling was no. Second ruling was no. And then he just kept asking and asking and asking and asking and asking until finally someone said, yes, that's 100% correct. You will get a drop from where you are. And we were waiting on the tee for probably 20, 25 minutes. My guy's he's full of momentum. We can sense he's going to win the Australian Open. He's on a roll. He doesn't want to be slowed down. He doesn't want to be stopped. And that halted every part of momentum that we had for that day. And one of the players in the group actually confronted Robert at the end of the round and basically said what he did was disrespectful, wrong, and he used his influence as a player, a big-time player at that time on the Australian Tour, to get the ruling that he wanted. And I couldn't agree more because he should never have got the ruling he wanted to. And to this day, I will always say that probably cost Adam Crawford winning the Australian Open, which was won by Stevie Ellen, another good Australian, a great guy too. So I'm glad Stevie Ellen beat Robert Allenby, who was trying to fudge the rules.
Well,
now, having said that, you didn't tell me you were going to ask that question.
I did not. I did not tell you I was going to. I didn't tell you all the questions I'm going to ask.
I pulled that one straight from the back of the head, but that one's always sat in my mind as one that really annoyed me. Actually, it was Wayne Grady. It wasn't Wayne Smith. It was Wayne Grady, runner-up in the Open Championship when Mark Helkevecchia beat Greg Norman and Wayne Grady in the playoff. Wayne Grady, a absolute stalwart of Australian golf, and he got in Robert Allenby's face after that round and said what he did was nothing short of disrespectful and wrong.
Good for him.
Good on you, Grades. Grades and I used to talk about that a lot.
So let me ask you this. Have you been in a situation where your player was the one with the ruling? And I heard an interview with Jacob Bridgman this week with Taylor Zarzour on the starter. Great interview. Go take a listen over on XM radio. Shameless plug for those guys, huh?
That was a good one.
Ah, okay. I love Taylor. Taylor's an amazing guy, amazing broadcaster. But had Jacob on, and he said it was in the back of my mind because I know Colin was getting, he was trying to win the golf tournament. Have you ever been in a situation where your player was kind of holding up somebody? I mean, very similar to what you were going on. It was a role reversal. Have you ever been in that situation?
No, not down the stretch. Now, there's been a couple of times where there's been rulings where we've gone, this is going to take a little longer than anticipated. And sometimes the rulings are completely dumb. Because if you're taking a drop and then you know you're going to take a drop and you have to drop it on the cart path and you have to take another drop and then you drop it in an area where it's casual order, so then you have to take another drop instead of just going, hey, can we just beat the BS for the first two drops and go, we're going to have to drop it over here. that is one of those rules in golf that drives me crazy. Just because you have to take this one, then you have to take relief from here, then you drop it again. Well, now you have to take relief from here, and now you have to where it's going to end up. So just put it over there. Start over there. It just, that one drives me crazy. There was one in Orlando at Disney when I was caddying for Greg, and he hit Greg Owen, and he hit one very close to the water. I think it was on 17. It was on 17 on the Magnolia course. And he had to take his shoes and socks off to try to hit a shot. But an alligator kept coming swimming towards him.
Ooh.
So he would get out of the water and then wait, and the thing would look, then he'd get back in and wait. So then, of course, we were entitled to a drop because it's a dangerous situation. So yeah, but we went in the first time. I was like, Greg, you want to get out of the water just for a second because that thing's swimming a little close. He's like, what? I said, there's an alligator swimming towards you. He's like, oh. So then we called the rules officials over, and I'm like, that alligator keeps swimming towards Greg every time he goes in the water. He's like, you're going to have to show me. Now, again, we're probably in 25th, 30th position. We're not holding up the leaders, but we are holding up the field because this thing was literally going to come closer and closer and closer. So we finally got relief from that. So, but that probably took 15, 20 minutes.
I never knew you were going to pull an alligator story out today.
I'm all over it today.
It's all the things that we would. Any other notes from Pebble?
No, that's it.
I thought it was fantastic. I agreed with you.
Except when the balls were moving at one stage, they should have delayed.
Oscillating.
Yes.
When the balls were just moving all over the place without anyone being around them.
Yeah.
I think Jacob even said the same thing. I mean, he was glad that on 18 that was the best bogey he ever had. He's just glad that the hole got in the way of that ball.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more.
I did get in the way.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to your favorite golf course on the planet, Riviera Country Club in Pacific Palisades. The Genesis Open, the 100th playing of this tournament. Now,
would have been 100th. Does that include last year?
It does include last year. They have deemed last year, even though they played it at Torrey Pines due to the wildfires or to the fires, that as the 99th. This is the 100th playing. Let me ask you this: what are the pros of the Riviera Country Club? Because I know how many cons you're going to say.
It's not my favorite golf course.
It isn't. Why? And
there are some very good holes on there, but there are some very, very Mickey Mouse holes on that golf course. I just don't. It's just like the first hole doesn't suit the golf course at all. At all. The first is a par 5, which should be a par 4. The fairway is probably 1,000 miles wide. I mean, you could land 2 jumbo jets on it. And you're coming in there with an iron. And I get it. It's a nice, easy, soft start. And it really is. Then it becomes, there's some good holes. I think the first par 3 is like the 4th hole. The green is like this. And the green is like this. You have to hit it away from the green so it can roll down towards the hole. Then you've got the 6th hole, which has got a bunker in the middle of the green, which we just witnessed a little bit. It's not. I think it's okay. It's overrated.
It's overrated.
There you go. It's overrated.
Okay. Why are you going to say that it's overrated?
Because I don't think it's a super, super golf course. I mean, there's some good holes on it. I mean, every course has some good holes. I think there's more average holes on that golf course than good holes.
Well, okay, let me ask you about 10.
Best par 4 in America.
Best par 4 in America.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. It's got good holes on it. That's it. If it didn't have the 10th hole, you wouldn't go there.
What's the strategy there?
You don't know.
Just depending on wind or what?
Depends on whatever day it is, what the wind's doing, whatever you want to do. If you want to try to drive it on the green, you hit it left. As long as you pin high left, you've got a chance. If you hit it in the bunkers, good luck. Very narrow green, especially if the pin's back right. If you lay up, you can be looking at 60, 70 yards to a green that you really, it looks like it's 3 yards wide. I mean, if the pin's in the back, it's a really good par 4. It's a great risk reward par 4, which I think most golf courses should have. I think every golf course should have one of those.
Well,
I think every golf course should have a par 3 that's like 110 yards, 115 yards. And I think every golf course should have a drivable par 4 because I think they're fun to watch.
So let me ask you this: So Rory was obviously outspoken this week about hole 4, the par 3.
That's the one I said. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you make of a 273-yard par 3?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I mean, 15% of the field hit the last time that they were there. Hit that green.
Yeah, it's
from 230.
It's ridiculous.
Pros.
But again, so make it a par 4 because par is just a number.
Well, the Kikuyu grass is what also hurts that hole because you don't have a run up because of how sticky that grass.
Yeah, and if you hit in the green, the green is sloped like this, and then there's a plaque on the back of the tee that says, "Oh, this was so and so's favorite golf hole and best design." I'm like, please, no, don't like it. It's horrible.
You're not buying it.
Not buying it. It's garbage. So it's a garbage golf hole.
So what you're saying to me is that you agree with Rory on this.
100%. So let's just make a hole it's virtually impossible for the pros to hit. Only 15% of them hit it. Great. So let's just get them down there and turn it into a chipping competition.
Well, let me ask you this: why would they have extended that hole like that? What's the point?
Exactly. Clueless. It's dumb. It's just clueless. I mean, if you want to make it a par 4, make it a par 4. Again, it doesn't matter if 90% of the field have a 4 on that hole, then it's par 4. Like I said, par is just a number. But do you want to see the pros struggle that badly on a hole where the green is shaped like this? And it's just, no, it was a bad hole before, but now it's even a worse hole.
Well,
and then 2 holes later, we put a bunker in the middle of the green on a par 3. Where do we put the windmills in the clown's mouth next? No, overrated golf course. Don't like it. Not my favorite place. Yeah, move on.
Move on.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Oh, and the good part about it is it's in Riviera. And if you want to try to find a hotel to stay there at $350 a night for caddies, it's great. Or you stay by the airport like I did. And if you have a 7 a.m. tee time, you better leave at 3:30 because the 101 and the 405, great. Good traffic out there. I've had my say now.
I think you've spoken your piece about Pacific Palisades and Riviera Country Club. Mick?
Yes, sir.
Our picks.
This week?
Yes, this week.
Tommy Fleetwood.
You are going with Tommy Fleetwood. I'm taking a flyer. I'm going Jake Knapp. Jake has been playing some pretty good golf.
Definitely a flyer. He's like the 4th or 5th favorite.
4th or 5th favorite on what odds?
The one I looked at this morning.
Oh.
When I realized you were like taking favorites again.
I was thinking Hideki originally. Hideki's playing some good golf. Rory's playing some really good golf. Last week?
Yeah, how'd we go last week?
I had Sepp Straka T2.
Oh, that was good. That's a good win for you. Did you really pick Sepp Straka?
Yes,
I did.
did.
To go back and check.
Yep.
No, I don't.
You had Victor Hovland.
I don't believe that.
The points, Mick, because it was a signature event, I had a very outstanding week. I have a pretty significant lead.
Not worried about it.
It's very early. But let me ask you this.
Not worried about it.
Or let me give you this bit of news, because our good friend Chris Fortney joined us last week, and he took the easy road and took Scotty Scheffler. So, Mick, let me give you the good news or the bad news, however you want to look at it.
Well, he's not involved, so it doesn't matter.
You and I are both losing.
To him?
To Scotty Scheffler.
Well, we don't care about Scotty, because he's going to pick Scotty Scheffler every week. That's what he does.
But Scotty Scheffler has 800 FedEx points, and you and I combined have only 579.
Doesn't matter. It's early in the season. Oh, we just picked Scotty Scheffler every week.
Well, what we're going to do is our guests that are coming on, unless they don't want to, we're going to call we're going to call it Scotty's picks. So we're going to see how we do against Scotty with our picks.
We're screwed.
Well, I mean, we're going to play more tournaments.
We're screwed.
You think?
Yeah, we're screwed.
Okay.
Did I say that?
Well, you did.
Okay. 3 times, I think.
We could ask Slim to edit it. Nah. Okay. Moving on. Tiger Woods is the tournament host this week.
I've heard of him.
Did you see or hear his press conference this week?
I did.
What were some of your takeaways from Tiger's press conference?
He's going to play in the Masters?
He's going to play in the Masters.
Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't he?
Do you truly believe he's going to play in the Masters?
No, 100%.
Okay. Do you think he will tee it up before the Masters
No.
at all?
No.
A TGL event?
Nope.
A Champions Tour event?
Nope.
You think
definitely not.
You think he's just going to go straight into the Masters?
Straight into the Masters.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
you want to, hang on. My partner, Greg Elliott's out there.
Oh,
wanting to know
there's
if you wants to
Greg.
know if you want to be here.
Well, of course.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Of course.
Two,
Yeah.
sir.
Sorry.
10-0, by the way.
Yeah, Greg and Mick are 10-0 against opponents that nobody knows.
They've all given up.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Did you see the news?
What news?
Justin Thomas
We just did that already.
is going to return Monday.
Love Child's back.
Let me ask you this. What are your expectations for Justin this season?
He may have a win. He's a very talented young man. He's young enough.
I didn't expect you to say that because I don't know what to expect from it. I mean, it's taken Willie some time to get back up and running.
Will
Zalatoris.
Well, yeah.
Same surgery that
Here comes our girl bringing us.
oh boy.
Greg, do you want to give us a little inspiration? Nothing.
I don't know how he's going to get back into championship form. Now, if he's playing a couple of the smaller fields, or I don't want to ever say lesser fields, these guys are very good, but we talk about scarcity. So these are the fields that we would typically, the Barbasol, the John Deere.
He's not going to play in those.
Well, he may have to, trying to qualify for the FedEx Cup.
He's not going to play in those.
He did a couple of years ago.
He's not playing in this shit.
So you think he's going to, okay, let me ask you this. Is Justin Thomas going to make the playoffs?
Yes. Will he make East Lake? No.
So you've got him making the playoffs. You don't have him making it to East Lake.
No. 100%.
Okay.
110.
110. Wow. There you go again. Let me ask you
Sucks.
this question.
It's a lot of questions.
Anthony Kim. I asked you this question earlier.
Piqued my interest.
Greatest comeback in sports history. Where do you rank Anthony's return last week as he beats Bryson and John Rahm head-to-head, by the way, in that last group?
Head-to-head.
And by the way, we'll get in. We're going to touch on social media real fast because I have a bone to pick with the folks out on social media. Where do you rank Anthony's return?
One of the best of all time. One of the best of all time.
It gave me goosebumps. I think you and I could probably count collectively on one hand of ours how many times you and I combined have watched a live event.
Mm-hmm.
I figured you'd watch it because it was home.
Correct.
And it's the biggest tournament they have. But some folks on the X or Twitter or whatever you refer to it as claim that Rahm and Bryson threw it.
Nothing like a good conspiracy theory, is there? Move on.
I have heard
I wouldn't give them the time of day.
I've heard some
Those idiots have no clue about what goes on inside the ropes playing golf. They're just idiots that sit there and watch. There's a guy on TikTok who sits back there. He's probably 450 pounds. It's very funny. He sits back there and he's eating cookies and having a good time. He's got everything all over him. And then he's watching sports. And every time someone screws up, he's like, "Oh, look at that. What a loser." And then he eats his cookies off his chest and stuff like that. So that's what those people are right there. People that sit there, they have no clue about anything when it comes to sports and stuff like that. So I don't even rate them.
Go back to your video game.
Fact. Go back to your Tiger Woods video game.
There you go. I don't put a lot of stock in live. But a 72-hole tournament, Anthony Kim.
When you're beating major winners like John Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau, who still want to win, trust me, their juices are flowing, obviously, because they decided to stay with live instead of going back to the PGA Tour.
Well, they want the world ranking points too.
Yes.
Let's not kid ourselves.
I think it's one of the most outstanding things ever. Let me tell you something about Anthony Kim. What a good kid.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of seeing the first side of Anthony Kim. Pleasure or displeasure, as you say, but back in that day, it was fun to hang out with Anthony Kim. He was a 20-year-old kid who had millions and millions of dollars, and he partied like a rock star. And when you're around that and you think it's fun at the time and it's great, but it's a very shallow, hollow existence, and it's very short-lived. And that's what happened to him, unfortunately. It actually brought a little tear to my eye watching him win it, because I've seen both sides of the Anthony Kim story. Eric Larson, who caddies for Harris English, caddied for Anthony Kim in his heyday on the PGA Tour. I'm telling you, he had to qualify again at the start of the year to even get back on live. Greg Norman gave him a shot. The fact that he's now won, and the way he won, it was impressive, and it was fun to watch, and it was it did bring a tear to my eye, because as I said, I've seen both sides of Anthony Kim now, and I'm proud of the kid. I really am. Well, he's not a kid anymore; he's 40 years old, but very impressive to watch.
I loved Anthony Kim when he was playing on tour. I love that. That was one of those young kids that.
He's another one that had a run-in with Robert Allenby.
Oh boy.
That's twice I'm mentioning him on this.
Yeah, what are you doing? This isn't an anniversary episode.
Oh, no,
we don't need to.
It just goes to show how many times you can have a run-in with someone like that.
We're not rehashing, Trunkgate and everything again.
I'm just saying, there seems to be a common denominator.
Yeah, that's how you and I met. Thanks, Robert. What was sad is that he just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm glad he's gotten his life back. I'm glad he's got his wife.
Now, why do you
his
think
kid.
he disappeared?
Probably not good things were happening. I don't want to guess, and I'm not going to speculate.
There is speculation, and I know it's more than speculation. Anthony was paid quite a lot of money by an insurance company because he took an insurance policy against himself if he ever got injured and never played on the PGA Tour again, or got hurt on the PGA and he could never play again, then there was a significant payout. And it was a significant payout. And that was one of the reasons why he didn't play back on the PGA Tour.
So let me ask you this. Will Anthony Kim tee it up on the PGA Tour again?
No. I think he's very happy in the situation he's in.
Yeah.
I think he's found his comfort zone. He's there now, and I think this is a wonderful thing for him. The kid was a Ryder Cup player at 21, 22. I mean, just phenomenal talent, and
how much fun would he be right now on our Ryder Cup team?
Whew. Phenomenal talent, and very proud of the man for the way he's changed his life.
Congratulations, Anthony. Welcome back. Welcome back to the winner's circle. Glad you have gotten your life back, but it's fun to watch you, sir, play golf. Okay, Mick, since we haven't done this yet, a little Olympic talk.
Ooh.
We just got done watching the U.S. women's hockey team defeat.
Oh, Canada. Gone.
Choke.
I wouldn't say it was a choke.
Well, they can't win a gold medal. They can't win Stanley Cups. I mean, what else is going on with the country of Canada with their beloved sport?
Australia's won the same amount of gold medals as
Canada. Did they win curling?
Well, they cheated.
Oh.
Remember your finger off the stone thing? They cheated.
And then used foul language.
They did use foul language.
Foul language.
Sounded like me.
Yeah. But you don't get like that on the golf course.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay. I didn't realize how good you guys were on snowboarding and skiing and moguls.
And drinking.
And drinking. There's a lot that goes to hand in hand. Mm-hmm. By the way, I know I teased it and I was joking with you which beach that they train on, because, us Americans just cannot wrap our brains around Australia being a winter sport.
We have snow in Australia.
No. You have snow. You have alligators. You have crocodiles.
We have
you have
Mount Kosciuszko.
You are surfing.
Mount Buller.
You are fast swimmers, and
we're just good at everything.
Debate. But
Let me explain
A
something.
few years ago,
Yeah.
you built one of the state-of-the-art training facilities for snowboarding and skiing and moguls
Why
in
wouldn't you?
the country of Australia.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, clearly it's working.
Yeah.
But some successes for you guys. Cooper Woods
Yeah, cool.
won the men's moguls. Josie Voff
Won the women's.
women's snowboard cross. Let me ask you this, Mick. As this relates to golf,
Yes.
what are your hopes for 2028 Los Angeles?
We could win a gold.
Riviera Golf and Country. I'm bringing this all full circle, Mick.
Oh, I know where it's at.
Where and who will represent Team Australia?
Ooh. Good question. It's too early to tell.
Too early to tell.
I don't want to go 2 years ahead of myself, and it's too early to tell.
Min Woo Lee.
Min Woo Lee's a certainty.
That's what I'm going to go with.
He's a certainty, and then you go after that. Are live players allowed to play in the Olympics?
I don't know.
I'm sure they are. Because
The country gets to select it.
The country gets
yeah,
to choose,
it's however they qualify.
That'll be kind of cool. Well, John Rahm's going to represent Spain.
Yeah, he did. But
So it's going to happen.
PGA Tour. A few years ago. I'll be curious to see. I would love to see Scotty be able to defend his gold medal. I think Rory will be playing for Northern Ireland, or he will play for Ireland.
And then we're going to have Corey Irving playing for Australia in the basketball.
There you go. So,
Born in Australia.
how much of the Olympics have you been paying attention to?
The snow Olympics, as I call it.
Snow Olympics.
I call them the Snow Olympics.
The Snow Olympics.
I've been watching a lot of the Snow Olympics. I like it.
I love the Winter Olympics.
I like how everyone becomes an expert very quickly. Except my friends in the bar yesterday where I went to watch the USA. I went to watch the USA hockey game yesterday because I was very excited because I wanted to watch them against Sweden. And I walked into my local bar. I'm not going to mention the name, Gustin's. And then not one TV was on the hockey. So I had to come in and mention to all the regulars after I go up and say hello to everybody because I know them all and said, you guys don't mind if I watch US hockey, do you? Because I thought you guys might have it on. And then I got the sound turned on, and by the end of the game, the whole crowd was pumped and jumping and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad I could help you out in your own country.
Great 2 goals by Michigan guys.
He's from the New Jersey Devils.
Nah, both Michigan grads.
Yeah.
And Dylan Larkin grew up in Michigan.
The goalie's the standout.
Goalie's been playing some outstanding hockey. We
Goalies.
got a couple more games to go. Mick?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything else for us?
No, that's it. No, I'm going to go hang out with Greg, and we're going to celebrate our 10-0.
You guys are celebrating. I get to go home early tonight for the first time on a Thursday because it's winter break.
Oh, so you can
here.
stay and have a couple of beers instead.
Yes, lots of beers.
Perfect.
But other than that, Mick?
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to watching some of this golf if it dries out there. It looks like it's fine. The boys are back out on the course now. We'll see how low the scores get out there. Hopefully the winds pick up and makes the course a little bit.
Riviera is only one of 2 golf courses I've ever worn long pants for 18 holes. True story.
There you go.
It was rather wet, miserable, cold, wet, crappy day at Riviera.
On that note, thanks for teeing up with us on Tales from the Tips. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you give us a like, hit that subscribe button, drop us a comment. Is that your figure skating?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Drop us a comment. Let us know how you're doing. We love to hear from you. You can catch us on anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and now available on iHeart Podcast. Just search for Tales from the Tips under podcast. Hit the plus button, subscribe, like, give it a thumbs up, and enjoy. Mick?
Oh, I have to mention one more thing. It's Chris Fortney's birthday on Saturday. So another party.
Happy birthday to my partner, Chris Fortney.
We'll be hanging out with DJ Cowboy at karaoke on Saturday night.
DJ Cowboy.
Oh, Chris, we'll be there, buddy.
Hopefully we'll see some of that on our
No.
socials, Instagram, X, and Mick's favorite, TikTok. And you can catch this show live on the Twitch. Just check our schedules. That's Tales from the Tips Pod on Twitch. Give us a search, find the channel, subscribe, and we go live when Mick hits the start button over there. Mick, are you going to play some golf?
Not this weekend. No, too cold.
Too cold.
But my partner and I might be playing tomorrow. We're thinking about playing on Friday.
Sneak out on a Friday afternoon.
Play on a Friday.
Well, sir, and I know based on your results of this last match, drives were straight, putts were going in, and your scores were low.
Scores were low.
We'll see you next time on Tales from the Tips.